Right. So, in Genesis 2, if you are familiar with the first and the second chapter of Genesis, God made Adam and not Eve, correct? Yeah, sure. Okay. So, here is man, in sense of male, masculine guy, okay, who God has made, and scripture says he's lonely, right? And this loneliness is because he doesn't have the friendship of a woman. Are you with me? You guys understand this loneliness? Girls understand this loneliness? Yeah, imagine you're the only girl in the face of the earth. You've never seen a man before. You're lonely, but hey, you don't know why. Okay? So that's the condition of Adam. We can't probably go to Spencer's Plaza to check out girls because there are no girls. Yeah? So here is Adam, okay, who's the only man who's lonely. And if you have seen girls before and you know, I need a girl to get married to fill my loneliness, that's a great situation to be in. You can choose X or Y or Z or whatever. But if you are lonely and you have never seen a girl before, you are lonely and God bless you because you don't know what to do. Are you with me? Yeah? And here is where God looks at Adam and scripture says, God saw that Adam was lonely and he said, it's not good for man to be alone. Are you with me? So it is God who brought Eve into Adam's life much later, but there is a certain progression in how God works out relationships and romance and marriage and things like that. Before God gave Eve to Adam, what did God do? God told Adam, I'm placing you in a garden, in the Eden, and till and keep the garden. Yes? To till and keep the garden means God was teaching Adam how to be a farmer. Are you with me? So from this what we understand is, you have to understand these two texts go back about 3,500 years ago. Okay? No IT, no engineering, no medicine, no biology, nothing. Okay? So you are either a shepherd or you melt iron and you make swords and shields. You're a farmer, basic things that you can do, or a carpenter like Jesus. There's no nursing and medicine and engineering and law. It's a nice place to be. You know, you don't have much to choose from. Okay? So to Adam, God is saying, hey, I want you to be a farmer. And God creates Adam, trains him to be a farmer, teaches him everything. So there are two great lessons you learn here. One is career first, marriage next. That's the order here. Okay? God didn't create Adam, saw he was lonely, brought Eve, and then said, till and keep the garden. Yeah, God said, till and keep the garden, I see you are lonely, then you get married. Okay? We are experts at reversing the order. Are you with me? So, you mess up this order, you are really hurting yourself. Okay? This is my famous example. I think I gave you guys last time also. I met this guy on the train. Okay? I was coming to Chennai for some time from Bangalore. I met this guy, I was chatting with him, and he was telling me his long life story. He said, you know what, I fell in love when I was 16, got married when I was 21, I'm 30 now, I got two daughters, one is 6, one is 8. I'm like, wow, you became dad when you were 22? He said, yes, okay. I'm looking, man, this is so, okay. I'm like, I'm thinking, 22 and I'm a father? No way. Yeah, even now I feel like sometimes I feel so incapable at handling my son. I'm 37 now, okay? So, this guy is telling me, he's sharing this with me, so I asked him a few more questions. Then he's telling me, but you know what, Victor, I hate my wife and I hate my daughters. I'm like, why, man? I mean, are they like bad? No, my wife loves me, she's faithful, she looks after me well, absolutely no problems. Anything wrong with the children? Oh, absolutely cute girls. I really like spending time with them. But I don't know why, there is a deep hatred towards the three of them that comes in my heart. And you know what I really want to do, Victor? I said, what? I just want to go off and live like a sage in the Himalayas, you know, alone, and I don't want to be with anybody else but with myself. And, see what happens when you get married too early, okay? So the basic principle is, okay, single life, okay, is a need. Are you getting me? Single life is not like God just designed it to be the way it is. Single life is a psychological need. And when I say psychological need, when you are an infant, you should be an infant, yes or no? But if your parents send you to work when you are 4 years as a construction laborer, you have to carry at least one brick the whole day, every day. You lose childhood, correct? And if that's how you've been raised and you're now 21, will you be a normal human being? Are you with me? So God has designed our lives to be like this. Okay. Son, out. Okay, I'll be with you soon. We have infancy, you have childhood, you have teens, you have early adulthood, then you are an adult. Okay? God gives you grace at every stage of life to live out your specific call to be an infant. He will not tell you here who your marriage partner is going to be. Yeah? You're an infant. That's how he looks at you and that's how he treats you. In the same case here. So you're a child, you're teens, you're choosing what your life is going to be. Grace and revelation will be given to you at every stage of your life. Of course, provided if you have a relationship with God. Are you with me? Okay? So, the purpose of single life is first and foremost to understand who you are. What you are good at, what you are not good at, discovery of self in the sense you can understand yourself well and direct that knowledge towards a career. Yeah? For example, I finished 10th and I said, I want to be a CA. So, stupid thing for me to do because I am not created to be a CA, you know. But without a relationship with God, you don't get to know all these things, what you are good at, what you are not good at. Yeah? But praise God, I changed direction after I was 25. Okay? So, single life is essentially for you to get to know who you are and get to know who God is, okay, and what He wants out of you. So, in single life, what you essentially get is what you want to do with your life. It doesn't mean you become a priest or a missionary, medicine, engineering, musician, this, that, whatever. Yeah? You really need to give God time to really show you when you are single to understand, hey, this is where God is leading me, I need to be doing this with my life. You have a girlfriend around that time, you can't hear God well, you know. Why? The only thing you want is, oh honey, you're so beautiful. When will you become mine? How soon can I marry? You know, guys like that, what they will do, they won't be thinking post-graduation. They won't be thinking good, solid company to work for. They are thinking call centers. Get a call center job, make the money, marry the girl. They don't know after you get married, marriage begins. Yeah? After that, children will come, so you sleep the whole day, children are awake the whole day. You decide to wake up, they want to sleep. Yeah? You'll have a messed up family life, and suddenly you discover, in a call center, there's not much vertical growth. After you're 35, you're a stone age man in that call center. Everybody start calling you uncle and auntie. Are you with me? Life ends there. Then you won't be able to support your wife and your children. Life is gone for you. Okay? And after that you'll discover, oh, this is what I want to do with my life. And guess who opposes that? The woman you married, because she doesn't want this at all. Okay? So single life is when you are discovering yourself, you're discovering who God is, and you're deciding what you want to do with my life. Okay? That takes at least till 24, 25, 26. Yeah? And then you're finishing the required studies to pursue that. You're starting your career and you're like, wow, this is what I want to do with my life. And then how you discern your marriage partner is, now, who should I marry in the sense of who will help me become who I want to be. Now that's a discernment point for you to know what kind of a girl will suit my plan for life and what I want to do with my life. Then God will lead you to someone who is the right person for you. When you mix this up, you don't know what you want to do with your life. Obviously, she also won't know what she wants to do with her life. You get married, you want to go in two different directions. Marriage hell begins there. Are you with me? Hell will begin there. Because there's no unity, there's no common goal. You're really wondering, what am I going to do with my life? Okay? So that is why when you're single, your best friends for boys should be other men. The best friends for girls should be other girls. It doesn't mean you don't have opposite sex friends. You have, but the closest, the most intimate friends are of the same sex. Okay? You spend time with them. It's in spending time with them you become more of a man, yeah? You spend more time with girls than with boys, you become more of a woman. And vice versa. Are you with me? So there's this girl, she's a doctor, and she was coming to my house. I went down to my flat to pick her up, and we ministered in a medical college. She was coming to meet Shilpi. I just went down to pick her up because she didn't know which floor to come to. And as soon as we came, she's a girl, and she just looks at me and says, "Brother, I want to pee. Brother, I want to pee." I'm like, okay. You don't have to tell me that. You just come inside my house and ask me where the toilet is. You go and do what you want. But you didn't have to tell me. But then, this girl is so comfortable with boys. Yeah, she's just like a boy. When guys get together, we'll say, "Ma, macha, I want to go pee." No problem. Okay, but I will not tell a girl that. Are you understanding me? Okay? So, you spend too much time with the opposite sex, you kind of take on attributes, and you kind of lose your own womanhood and your own manhood. So, men make men and women make women. So, you need to live your single life not waiting for who will I marry, who will I marry, who will I marry, who will I marry. Yeah, you just spend time with good, friendly, solid relationships of the same sex. Are you with me? Yeah? So this helps you to become a man, this helps you to become a woman, and you are setting yourself up for life. This is what God was trying to work out with Adam. Adam, single life is a need. I want you to be single, feel the loneliness, perfectly fine. But because he is lonely, meaning he's not distracted by a girlfriend, he is able to direct all his energies to study, prayer, holiness. Holiness is something you need to work out before you get married. It won't come just because you're married. It'll actually sometimes get worse. Maybe you've never known sex till you get married. Now you've got to know sex. You want more with someone else. Yeah? So holiness is something you have to work out in your single life. Media, daily prayer, pursuit of God, prayer group, belonging to a Christian fellowship. Yeah? So put all these things together. God will do something with you. Along the way, you will understand, I want to do this with my life. And you pursue it. Now you are extremely in a good position to discern, that girl looks like, just like me. Yeah, she wants the same thing. I think, Lord, what about her? And the Lord might say, that's the one. Or you might say, not that one. Wait for some more time. Are you with me? So, but the important thing in relationships is how you handle your single life. Okay? So when to get married? Answer is pretty simple. If you've had an excellent single life, which means you didn't fool around with girls, yeah, you're focused on the Lord, serious about your career, excellent male friends, yeah, you don't have to wait till 30 to get married. It will be soon. But all your 20s, 21 you had one girlfriend, 22 one more, 23 another one, 24, 25 break, 26 one more. You're like, have a pathetic single life. You just wasted your life. This one. You're not serious about yourself. You have no idea where you're going in life. Marriage is going to come very late. Why? You have lost your single life. So essentially, you need to strike a balance here and say, okay, how has my single life been? What have I done with it? And am I ready to get into a relationship? Yeah? And that is why, if you had many girlfriends or vice versa, boyfriends, and you're getting married, your wife will be one more girlfriend. And you won't find much joy there. Okay? But if you manage a single life where you've really been single, you've had girlfriends, but not in the romantic sense of the word, okay? Lots of excitement, and then a woman comes along and you get married, you're like, wow, I'm married, and it's awesome. You don't feel like you're carrying one more burden here. Okay? So, what's the right age for marriage? Depends on how good your single life is. Yeah? I will tell you honestly, my single life was pathetic. 1 year, one there, this year one, next year the other one. Pathetic. When did I get married? 32. Are you understanding? I'm okay with it. Because after a point I said, I need to be single. And I managed to get my single life worked out. I lived out my single life and I said, even if it's 40, I don't mind, but I want my single life intact. Then I got married. But the Lord ordained my wife for me. I don't know why. She met the Lord when she was 16, wanted to be a missionary. She didn't have a single boyfriend all her life. I don't know why she got married to me. Okay? But because I had to stay single, yeah, I was 32 when I finally met Shilpi and she was 13. And she was like, man, I had to wait such a long time. And I said, honey, sorry, but I was, fooling around here, and I had to live out the single life, and I delayed stuff, so it's a late marriage for my wife. Are you with me? Had I been a decent single man, we could have gotten married much earlier. And live out a good single life, because you need a lot of strength to bring up children. When you're 40 and you start having babies, you don't have any energy to raise kids. And if you see my son running up and down, up and down, up and down, you have to also run, okay? Are you with me? So, exactly. and I'm 37, I'm not getting any younger. So, that is a price you pay for sinning. In not sense of God's judgment and corruption, you pay a price because certain things don't happen when they're supposed to happen. Okay? So, take your single life really seriously. Your goal in single life is to get to know who God is, get to know who you are, study what you have to study. You can't be studying when you're 40, okay? I spent 3 years of BCom, 3.5 years of becoming a CA, that's 6.5 years, okay? I'm not using my studies for anything today, waste of time, because I was doing something just to make money. I really wasn't thinking, what do I want to do with my life? What am I good at? What would God want me to do? Yeah? When I finally discovered, I was 26, yeah? And I discovered I should have studied philosophy and theology. I decided to make up for it. I joined St. Peter's College, Pontifical College in Bangalore when I was 30. I studied philosophy for 2 years, studied theology for 3.5 years. I was 36 when I finished studying. I'm glad I studied, but I studied the wrong time of my life. So with God, the great thing is you can always make up whenever you decide to fix your life. But earlier you get to do that, the better. So if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, fantastic time. Take God seriously and protect your single life. Really, it will be attacked. Yeah, you have to almost wage a war, because just when you decide to be single, the one girl, your dream girl, will come and say, oh, you know what, I always liked you, can you get married? You're like, not now. That's a spiritual battle we have to fight. Okay? So, one of the best ways of protecting your single life, make an agreement with God. For example, let's say you are 23 today, and let's say by some grace you take what I've said seriously. Make a written agreement with God. Say, for example, it's Jackson, aged so and so, living in this address. Okay? On this day, put the date. Promise God, and I'm making a covenant with Him that I will be single until, let's say, 27. Yeah? Sign it. Okay? And show it to one other human being. And say, brother, can you be a witness to this agreement with God? Okay? Hey, Jackson, you're supposed to be single. Okay? So show it to someone. Let that person also sign, laminate it, look at it every day. Okay? I did that. I tell this to a lot of people. That helps you protect your single life. This many years of God, it's for you. I'm not going to look at any woman. If she approaches me, I'm attracted, nothing doing. I'm going to protect my single life and say, this is for me. And that's a beautiful way of just saying. So in that time, pursue God, pursue holiness, pursue your career, get set for life. Yeah, finish your post-graduation. Study and study well, please. We have a problem in the renewal. All the girls are postgraduates. At least most of them I know. All the boys, somehow they don't seem to be studying. I don't know why. Yeah, guys, study well. Okay, study well. Get your post-graduation worked out. Get a good job. Please make some money also. Yeah, make the money. It's not wrong. You need to generate sufficient income to run your family, to support mission, to support your prayer group, to evangelize. We need some money makers in the kingdom of the Lord. Yeah? Are you with me? Not for money's sake, not to be greedy, but to further God's kingdom. So you can send your children to good schools, provide for your families. Holiness includes this element of life. And then your, for guys, your 26, 27, 28, decent life, you start looking. Yeah, and God just lead me to this one person. And God would have prepared somebody and then He brings this person across into your life. Yeah? So essentially what we are trying to say is, live out your single life with dignity. Others should look at you in your prayer group and say, wow, this guy has really lived a single life well. Okay? We don't want people in the prayer group, sister, will you be interested in me? Brother, will you be interested in me? And then that becomes a scandal and that's really ugly. Are you with me? Yeah? So that is why single life is a psychological need. You need to guard it, you need to protect it, keep it free from opposite sex romantic relationships and make it your own. Protect it, defend it, and the Lord will do something absolutely amazing with you in that life. Okay, don't get distracted with relationship. Marriage is only a one-day affair, huh? Have you thought about it? After all your wedding cards are printed, people have been fed, clothes are done. Yeah, you may have had the fashionest marriage in the whole world. Marriage begins the next morning. Next morning, your marriage begins. Okay? And from that day, you have a long time to live out your married life. Even if you get married when you're 40, I think it's reasonable to say you have another 30 years to be married. It's a long time. Yeah. Don't worry about it. More than you, God is most interested in your marriage. Trust Him to bring someone across your path who will really bless you. Yeah? But for that, you need to live a dignified single life. Keep it for the Lord. Keep it for your career. Keep it to deciding what I want to do with my life. I want to pursue this. And then say, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. This means I need a girl like this. You'll get one. Easy. As long as you trust the Lord. Yeah? But without knowing what you want to do with your life, without knowing what you want to live out and become, you really won't know who you want to marry also. Then you will marry anybody, that's who you will get finally, anybody. No substance. Are you with me? So that's why make an agreement with God, make a covenant with Him and say, God, I want to be single, I want to protect it, I want to work out holiness here. Then you any questions? I think Father's here, and from us. So any questions and then we can close. Clear? Great. So I'm closing now. Once again, I'm in Chennai the whole of coming week, and if you want to meet me or my wife, feel free to come home. Yeah? Just give us a call. Okay. God bless you. I'll see you on the coming Sunday as well.